Well, I mean, at 45, 46, God, it's hard, I worry it only goes down from here.
Right. Yeah,
I know
it doesn't
after
hurt.
I said last week, like, now that they're essential, they're not essential to me. I know I've seen a lot of people with the same kind of perspective on that. So...
And I don't know his situation at home, For all I know, his wife isn't working, and maybe they had a standard of living that they were used to, and maybe without some of her income. I'm sure Kevin Dunn lives lavishly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's one of those things where he literally
really
just...
shitty football league.
I don't know if you can get worse.
What can you get for $1.5 million?
You get the Vikings.
Then just clone them and have them play against each other.
There you go. Vince knows how to clone, so he's got an in. Mm-hmm. He's got an in. Yeah, well, COVID-19 may be stopping Kevin Dunn from starting a new football league, but it seems it won't halt the growth of Major League Wrestling, as they have announced Wednesday that they partnered with In Demand to bring MLW events to pay-per-view here in the United States. The new distribution partnership will kick off with MLW Battle Riot 2 on May 7th, MLW Saturday Night Super Fight on May 14th, and MLW Opera Cup 2019 on May 21st.
I like Opera Cup. That's so weird for wrestling.
Oh, it's awesome. The events will air at 8 p.m. Eastern, and replays will air throughout the month. Well, good for them. They keep getting new deals and new distribution and overseas distribution, and they're growing.
Yeah, after hearing that, I gotta say it's a shame Ring of Honor is not doing anything. It's good to see people doing things, but it's good to, I don't know. It's just good. Let it be good. We don't got a lot of good. Let's just be good.
Exactly.
Whew. According to Wrestling Inc.'s Mark Middleton, a user on Reddit posted a screenshot of a conversation that they had with Velveteen Dream. Real name, Patrick Clark. Oh, we're saying his real name. This isn't good, folks. Through Instagram direct messages, they had contact. Per H. Jenkins of Ringside News, the Reddit users said they were 17 years old, and they posted a censored version of an explicit photo they said Dream had sent to them. Jenkins noted that the Reddit user wondered whether Dream's account had been hacked, but said a phone conversation occurred and the caller sounded like Dream. The user said their friends had also been sent explicit messages. The post has since been deleted from Reddit. Dream released a tweet on Friday saying, "Be assured I did not communicate inappropriately with anyone. A private photo of mine was shared without my consent or my knowledge, and I am working with a third party to look into this matter." WWE has yet to comment on allegations against Clark.
Yeah.
This is being handled better than Enzo.
Very much. One thing that really stood out to me is when he went on Twitter, he actually said a private photo of mine was shared without my consent. So he's at least admitting that the photo is of him. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I haven't seen the photo, so I don't know if it shows his whole body, his face, or if it's just a wang shot or what it is.
Well, he's obviously got nothing to be ashamed of.
Obviously. But it'd be interesting to see how this is played out.
God, I hope not, man. Velveteen Dream, man.
One would assume that it's probably a hack job.
Yeah.
It just, from the way it comes out, and with even the Reddit user saying, I don't know, it might have been hacked.
And with
they had a phone
gimmick, he'd be easily targeted and shit like this.
Yeah, and they said they had a phone conversation. It sounded like him. If he's talking like his character, he's kind of he's got a manner of speaking that can be imitated,
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like you said, I hope it all comes out that it's wrong. At least this
Did he end
this
the
Reddit
conversation by saying "dream over."
I hope so. At least this Reddit user doesn't seem to, at this point, to be like just dogpiling on Dream. So
Yeah.
that's kind of good. Also, it doesn't seem like somebody who's just out to cause trouble. So, I don't know.
We'll see where this goes.
Hopefully we definitely have updates for you guys going forward.
Man.
Yeah.
I put so much into Ellsworth. I even put a little bit into Enzo. But
Just to get bit.
Dream was supposed to be our savior.
I know, right? All right. And backtracking a little to the second part of the story Pacey talked about, or that I talked about, and then got skipped. There's still more moves being made by MLW as they announced a new limited series to premiere this May. That'd be MLW Anthology. The series will premiere on Saturday, May 16th on beIN Sports in conjunction with the new episode of MLW Fusion. MLW Anthology episodes will focus on the biggest rivalries, stars, and title matches going back to the original MLW in 2002. There will be a supplemental content and rare behind-the-scenes footage with never-before-seen material thanks to some lost footage from 2002 to 2004 that was just recently uncovered. Ooh. So that'll be really interesting. I'm looking forward to this.
I like newish companies having lost vault content. That's good.
Well, if you think 2002, that's 20 years ago, damn near. So... not horribly new.
No.
You got to think 2002 was quite a year for pro wrestling because we had Ring of Honor start up, MLW start up, Impact Wrestling start up. It was really kind of the reset button for. And of course, it's all because ECW and WCW folded in 2001.
Yeah.
So those two guys went down, and three companies that are still pretty major. I mean, they're still. I'd say all three are still pretty major. They're definitely not AEW, WWE category, but all three are prominent.
Oh, yeah. They're in my tops. Like, anything go to outside of those would be...
Yeah, and they're still kicking. So it's like, wow, 2002 was definitely a good year if you were interested in non-WWE wrestling.
Seems like a good place to start digging.
Dig it. I can dig it.
Dig it. Dug it. Did it. We came and we went, and it's time for comings and goings. And it seems like we're at the beginning of another wave, a dark wave over the WWE. As WWE has reportedly released former UFC champion Cain Velasquez already. That's super surprising.
Agreed.
Cain was signed to a huge contract, but was let go after not being used since WWE Crown Jewel on October 31st, 2019 in Saudi Arabia, where he was beat by Brock Lesnar in about 26 seconds. Cain was under a multi-year deal with WWE. I mean... As WWE, you got to know if you're going to reach into other things that aren't wrestling, you're going to pull out some things that don't work. It's a shame that they didn't put more into Cain because I think he had some promise.
Yeah, I think they were trying to do what I would have done and made him a special attraction. Only bust him out at a few special shows.
Right. You're going to do it with Gronk.
We'll
I'd
see.
Say Cain over Gronk any day. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was shocked with this one, but it's kind of, part of you has to wonder if Cain was just like, hey, if WWE isn't going to be doing nothing, I don't think he might ask for his release. He'd be making good money, but does he have other stuff he can do?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if he asked for his release right after his match at Crown Jewel.
Right.
I would have. Like, hey, are we done now? Because that was bullshit.
It's just kind of sad. I'll never see Cain Velasquez wrestle in the WWE.
You can watch the Raw leading up to the Crown Jewel.
Did he wrestle?
He attacked Lesnar with chairs with
Yeah, you didn't wrestle, right? I think the only wrestling match he had was Crown Jewel, right?
Yeah, but he didn't
Yeah.
wrestle there either. No.
Good point. Well, WWE announced the release of Curtis Axel as well.
No.
There's no word yet on if these two are the first of another round of budget cuts brought by the COVID-19 outbreak, but it was reported earlier this week by WrestleVotes that WWE officials are open to releasing just about anyone who wants to be released at this point. Now, just about anyone, you can be assured, does not include, your AJ Styles, your John Cena's, your Undertakers, right. Your Roman Reigns.
Vince will never release Undertaker, even after he's dead.
Right. Well, he's undead anyways, right?
Yeah.
He's more valuable dead than alive.
But it is worth it to note that Curtis Axel is the first SmackDown superstar who's been cut. So it could be the beginning of the next wave.
Oh. I did not realize that. Well, that's surprising.
When you don't watch the product. But yeah, it's whew. I thought Curtis Axel would have been a jobber forever. Like Vince sees value in them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just jokey guys who can go out there and lose. I'm surprised Bo Dallas didn't get cut, but like we said it earlier in the show, it's gotta be due to Bray Wyatt. And his
although I wouldn't be surprised to see it coming.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Bray Wyatt cut, just because.
I don't think Curtis Axel would have asked for his release, though.
Probably not. The thing about Curtis is it's like, I don't know where... He'd be a great fit in NWA for sure.
Yeah.
I could see him in MLW. Other than that, he's not going to AEW. I doubt it.
No.
I mean, he's got so much talent. He's the son of Kurt Hennig, grandson of Larry the Axe Hennig, and he's super talented, and he's got a good look.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he ends up somewhere.
Has to be somewhere where either he doesn't have to talk or what he says doesn't matter. Like you said, NWA is probably his best bet.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't leave this experience with WWE jading him and just not going anywhere afterwards. That would be a waste.
Yeah. Oh boy. Gerald Briscoe was furloughed, as many producers were, back on April 15th. This just came out this week, though. Briscoe has been scouting amateur wrestling events for the past several years, responsible for giving a look to guys such as Brock Lesnar, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, among others. It was noted that there was currently no amateur wrestling tournaments going on right now due to the coronavirus pandemic, but Briscoe could be brought back in the future since he was just furloughed. This surprised many people as he has been with the company since 1984. The 73-year-old had worked several roles for the company, including as a scout for WWE NXT brand, and was seen as one of the guys that would be untouchable in a situation like this. Yeah, he's one of the guys who's been with the company longer than Vince has. Right?
Not quite, but... Not quite.
It's got to be damn close.
Vince took over in 80, 79? Somewhere around there. And of course, Vince worked for the company before that.
Yeah.
He just didn't own it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, easily. This is one, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Briscoe asked for this. I could see him being, I mean, like it says in there, it was noted there's currently no amateur wrestling tournaments going on, so what the fuck is he scouting?
Yeah.
And two, since he is he's not an independent contractor, he's actually employed by WWE Inc., he can collect his unemployment, you know?
Woo.
So I could see him just being like,
Plus,
you know what,
his
Vince?
Age, it's probably better not to be around people
right.
like that.
I could see him just telling Vince, hey, don't waste your money. Just furlough me. That way I can go home. I can collect unemployment. When things start going again, give me a call and I'll come back, you know. I could easily see that.
Yeah. But they're keeping Kevin Dunn around.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
My
the only
biggest gripe at it all, really.
right.
Kevin Dunn's still there. Come on.
The only thing about him leaving at this time, Briscoe, that I see is at 73 years old,